Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Oceania Esport Network Battlefield 5 at 2021 Autumn Cup. This is your Division 1 Game 27, SiN taking on Auxiliary. Joining me, my name is Numalicious. I'll be your shoutcaster primary for today. And joining me in the co-pilot seat, we have the lovely, the elusive, clean up, watch your daughters and watch your wives. We've got Mr. Plummet in the house. Welcome aboard.
G'day there, noobs. Cheers, Anderson on board, man. I tell you what, I've been absolutely stoked to see the outcome of this battle. I mean, two formidable teams. We've got SiN here smashing on versus AX, and I've had the privilege of playing with these guys across the board over the times this Battlefield 5's been out. You know, smashing on our T5s with the Oceania our network and family that we have. But not to mention, I said these guys are top-notch players in their field. It'll be great to see the outcome.
Absolutely, and I know that SiN have been putting in some serious hours as well. These two teams are actually they're quite competitive, but they've got a lot of respect between themselves. And if we take a look at the scoreboard right now, Plummet, we do have Amper Vibes coming in for AX along with Q-Shot, Quiver, Q-Wombat and Skygan. Taking a look at SiN, we are missing one player down, but we do have Audacity, McPamples, Slatehound, and only Reaper.
Well, it's actually great to see. I'm actually happy to see that good old Mr. Pamples is not in a plane, because that fella is unbelievable in the skies. And like I said, I've had the privilege of playing with all of these guys, you know, versus Amper and Q-Shot, Quiver, Wombat, Skygan, the whole works made. Reaper, of course, Slate, Pamples, and Audacity. Like I said, tough players. I'm not going to lie. I said most of the time when I play the T5s with these lads, I end up sitting in the dark corner and waiting for it to be over because it's painful when I'm playing.
I know exactly how you feel, and I know that Pamples is going to be a bit stressed that there's no planes on this map, but you know what, him and I'm trying to think of who it is right now off the top of my head, it's escaping me, but Pamples has been an absolute gun at managing to get behind the enemy. He's like smoke. Trying to catch him in your fingers is incredibly hard. And yeah, him and Absolute Yoshi have just been probably the Usain Bolts of this of the tournament so far. They've broken out of every single spawn trap, whether it be FL, DWE. Some of the really big Titan groups cannot hold these guys down. So it'd be good to see Pamples doing what he does best, slipping and dipping, flanky panking his way to victory. And who knows, with 1,000 points to 51.9 thousand against SiN right now, there seems to be a lot of love for AX.
Oh, that is for sure. I said, not to mention, I said the AX boys themselves. I said, as I've said before, amazing players and stuff. I've had many a times they've been on the very wrong end of Q-Shock and Wombat. Not to mention Amper Vibes and Skygan. I mean, these boys, man, they practice hard, they play hard, they work well together as a team. But also on the SiN side of things, mate, I said I've come across them that many times, and they're such a formidable opponent. And I said I can't wait for this outcome to see what happens. And you're right with Pamples, mate. He's slippery as a ninja, slipping and sliding. He always takes that sneaky flank. You blink, and next thing you know, he's already on Alpha, capping the objective behind them. So it'll be amazing to see how this guy plays out. And so I can't wait for this for us to kick off and get involved.
Well,
but once again, of course, you know, cheers for inviting us on board and getting us involved.
Absolutely, I love the enthusiasm coming through, and there it is. PTSD has just spawned in, so we will be kicking this off at the 20-minute mark. That has been confirmed across the board. So with 36 seconds to go, everyone get your sippy cups, get your snack packs, get ready for an absolute sweat fest. Because I know that AX is going to be bringing the thunder. Maybe SiN might come back with the call. They've had a little bit of a trouble this tournament, but we do see them improving game after game, and they might maybe just might take it back onto AX. Who knows? For the people who have put all those 51,000 points towards AX, if SiN wins the first round, I would be sweating.
Oh, that is definitely for sure. So of course, we've got 5 seconds to kick off, guys. And let's enjoy this game.
Absolutely. Well, of course, we'll start with the Bravo, overlooking the Bravo objective. We can see that SiN's rushing in towards Alpha. There hasn't been a bit of a split yet, but we do have Amper Vibes, Wombat, and Q-Shot coming in from the south from AX. McPamples is going to be the first to race into Bravo. Onyx hot to trot on his heels, and I'm gonna say that Amper might get first blood here.
And you're right, Amper's right straight in there, of course, and Pampers straight down for the snake in the flank. I'll be interested to see what's happening up near the Charlie sector on the high road with our two defensive guys from AX pushing us in, and single Slatehound there holding Alpha by himself.
Well, we were just having a look at Bravo there. I'm just trying to move up to where you were talking about here on Alpha there. And we do have Skygan and Quiver now going to start racing in. And SiN have already taken Bravo, managing to nail the AX guys And that was well played from those boys. Slatehound's now taken down by Quiver, and the Alpha objective does start to fall here. Onyx just about to race in from the bottom. He's been a true weapon of the team. I believe he's already down about 3 or 4 people. There goes to Quiver, waiting for one more just to see it on the side. He goes in for the shots, just missing out there, and Skygan and Onyx will be going back and forth like the pendulum swings. Slate now being joined in as well. And Skygan's going to be put into a 2v1. But if we move our way back down towards the Bravo flag, it does look like it's being contested. See Wombat and Amp are all over it like a rash. PTSD now coming in from the... So far so good towards SiN. They look like they're having a bit of a time here, being 9 points up from the lead here.
Well, definitely. One thing I've actually just noticed watching over this Bravo objective, you know, with the AX and the SiN boys, is that straight away, as soon as the AX boys have slid straight into that Bravo objective, they straight away set up their angles and set up their lines for the oncoming attack.
Oh, Elstasi getting absolutely nailed there by the hatchet from Amplifiers. We will be getting that one on the instant replay. I do love myself an instant replay here, Plum, but sorry if I've just blown out your eardrums. But Amplifier came flying through that corner. I thought he was going to be out for the count there on Bravo, but managing to get it through into Ozdasty. What an absolute hell of a play. He comes sliding in the room, goes in for the reload, decides to pull out the old hatchet, and wham bam, thank you ma'am. He does get taken down, but only to be picked up by Q Wombat. What an absolute terrific play. Bravo will be secured as Alpha is the final standing point here for SiN. You're having a couple of drinky poos there, are you? I'm leaving nice little windows open for you, Plumbert. you're hanging a little bit far behind here, mate.
Stuck in the mid swig of the incitement. I said it's amazing to see that. But look, sitting here watching this match here, man, look over Alpha and stuff. It's just amazing to see how hard these AX boys are pushing. I mean, Amber, of course, and that Wombat's gone straight for the kill and Slatehound there. I said, but if we actually go look over the Charlie objective, you notice that SiN's already with Pamples, PTSD, and Audacity is already pushing straight through for that Charlie cap, while Quiver's been left by himself to defend.
Absolutely, and look, Charlie objective does go very, very fast. It looks like they're leaving Ozdasty to try and go 1-1 against Quiver. We do have Skygan now coming out through the mid lane into the north. Ozdasty's about to be pushed. He's getting shots from the side. He knows he's outnumbered. Onyx now coming in to slay into the fight as well. Skygan's now a little bit out of the way, but manages to spin and take him down. That would have been a nice little communication coming in from Skygan, but Slatehound's now going to be by himself in a 1v3. He's in a difficult spot. Nails Skygan. But Quiver is going to take full opportunity of the confusion and take him down. Moving over towards Bravo, we did have Pamples and PTSD trying to remove Wombat and Amper off Bravo, but it has been difficult. AX are definitely... They had a little bit of a rocky start at the beginning there, Plumber, but it looked like their communications got back on time. They're calling out. Their rotation is on point, and they are going in for a cheeky triple cap, which is not going to be good news for SiN.
No, you're definitely right there, and that one thing I've actually noticed just by watching so far and how aggressive AX are actually playing. I said, yes, you're right, mate. Their rotations, their trades are on point, and of course, our previous little battle we had there and stuff with Slate and that, you'd see that the boys from AX went straight into that pinch, and they, of course, they did it.
Wombat getting nailed in the head there. Beautiful shot by Onyx and Charlie as they maintain that flag. It looks like Alpha might be under contention as well. We do have PTSD Ozdasley moving in for the kill. Skyker just up on the north, needing to get away. He knows he's getting rushed here. That smoke will be doing him some favors. And PTSD will stay behind to defend. Ozdasley now going through the mid lane by himself, and the Bravo flag looks to be a point where McPamples is going to come in from the south. Ozdasley through the north. McPamples has the angle, takes down Amper Vibes. Q Wombat right behind him, nails him. Manages to go in for the res, deciding to leave it through the door frame. We'll go in for the res there. He's waiting for one more. Every time I think he's going for the res, he decides to leave it behind. But he'll finally go in and pick up Amper Vibes or leave Q-Shock to do the work. You know, these boys they're doing a really good job actually keeping this online, but the SiN guys out of nowhere still in the race, 111 to 127. This is a lot closer game than I think a lot of people anticipated.
Oh, that's for sure. Not to mention it's an old PTSD, poor fella. Just got pinched by Amper Vibes here on the Alpha flag. Of course, the Skygan holding the angles further back down the right-hand side of Church. But it looks like we've got a little bit of action pushing through on the Charlie flag with Wombat there and Q-Shock hanging there on the Slatehound. Poor fella, he's just been pinched, of course, again by, once again, these very aggressive attacking players from AX.
Well, that is going to put towards a 3 cap, and they cannot afford that. This is being one of those linear maps. The moment you get spawn trapped, it is so hard to get out of it. So we're going to see Ozdasti coming down through the north sector. He's going to be met up by Q-Shock, but Onyx now becoming a spawn beacon in his own right. Slatehouse now jumped in on the back. This is going to be a 3v2 as Amper's now going long around the outside into the north. He's going to be going face to face. Takes down Slate there. Onyx Reaper is going to be by himself. Ozdasti taking out Q-Shock. Wombat and Ozdasti going head to head. Wombat taking down Ozdasti there. Onyx and Amper Vibes running around like a Tom and Jerry cat race. Amper Vibes being nailed. Onyx will go in for the res. Q-Wombat couldn't afford to go in for the pickup. And they do have a triple cap against them. So as long as they do maintain a flag, it will be ticking down. But Bravo now being taken over by Pamples and PTSD. Ozdasti joining in. Quiver is going to start rushing down from Alpha, while we have a push coming in from, I believe it was the west. I'm not sure. Pamples did send a rocket flying for no reason, and Quiver gets taken down on Bravo there. What a well played. They got themselves out of that triple cap, but they're now 40 points down. That's a big uphill battle, Pump.
No, definitely a big uphill battle. I'll tell you what, I've been on the losing end when you got those tickets far ahead of you, of course, representing ALA when I get a chance, and of course, a lot of training and effort's gone on our part on that. Awesome, it's amazing. Oh, Slate Hound just totally rinses Amper Vibes right there in the Bravo objective. Well done, Slate. I said, toe-to-toe, of course, with someone like Amper. I said it's a very tough one to get out of unscathed, but I'll tell you what, he'd be walking off a few flesh wounds at least.
Well, Q-Shock's going to be joined up with Q-Wombat down towards Bravo. We did have Quiver just drop PTSD on the Alpha flag, which will start to flip that. But Slatehound, still the last remaining man standing, does get taken down on Bravo by Q-Shock. Onyx just on the outside. He is wide to the east. He's going to start rushing towards Alpha. And I think that there might be a little bit of some confusion here between the SiN's team. We have Ozdasti and Pamples rushing up to Charlie. PTSD try to come in from the west to Bravo. And it looks like SiN's team is kind of all over the place. Do you think there's a bit of panic in the party?
I definitely think there's a bit of panic in parties. You see when they first started off and rushed in, they were clear of the objectives that they were actually going for. And one thing I noticed now is that the pressure's on, of course, with such a lead on the AX side, but obviously been a loss of communication from what I can see here and stuff, and holding those angles from the SiN boys. They seem to be a little bit more spread out than what they have to be. But however, when they do get those angles, they do hit hard. I said, and of course you can see there on the Charlie objective and stuff, you've got a 3-man push around the back from spawn side, and Audacity is down. I said, and of course McPample's in the plum butt favourite house spot up in that second-story building, lodging a couple of bazookas right in. Well done, lads, well done.
Well, he's still going hard, at least holding back there. He's going to become a spawn beacon if need be. The Alpha flag does go to the hands of SiN, which is good news for them. They managed to hold that one off. And if we look at Bravo here, we've got Quiver and Skygan. It looks like they're leaving 2 people to defend Bravo and 3 people at Charlie. At this late in the race, we're nearly 60 points in front. They could merely just dig in for a defense, let them have the 1 flag, and let Gravity do its work and start nailing these tickets down one by one. And I know it's 1 every 6 seconds, but those seconds add up pretty quickly. And for every death and every ticket down, SiN is going to be sweating more and more. Looks like AX are becoming a lot more passive in their play, and more or less letting SiN walk into a meat grinder.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that, because every time we've played against the AX boys and stuff, whether it be Conquest, T5s, T8s, etc., they're very hard-hitting and very aggressive, but they're aggressive at the start now, but I can see that they're starting to relax a little bit on their and the way they're actually in their movement and stuff. I said, of course, still without a doubt, putting that pressure on SiN. I said, but here we go. Of course, we've got a 2-man push straight to Alpha, and that from Q-Shock and Amper Vibes, and we'll see what happens with Wombat and Quiver. Looks like they're going to try to go for a long-reach pinch.
Well, you got Amper Vibes rushing into the jaws of the lion. He's going to go straight towards Onyx. Onyx managing to just somehow he had the opportunity, but Amper Vibes didn't take it. That was a bit of a risky play there, because Onyx didn't take the opportunity either. Slatehound got nailed by Amper, and now through the smoke, that's not going to protect him for much longer. Onyx does take out Wombat, does take out Amper, but Q-Shock with the final kill there as he reloads. We'll go in for the res, pick up Wombat, they'll pick up Amper Vibes, and the Alpha flag will start to fall. That's going to give another triple cap, I believe, for the 2nd or 3rd time this map, and that's just not good news. With 35 to 112, this body of water just keeps getting bigger. Oh,
that's for sure. That's the one thing actually I'm very impressed about this. I honestly thought AX would believe they took it that quick and stuff, with their, their attitude and of course their previous history and the way they play. But I tell you what, I said SiN themselves have actually put up a really tough match so far. And of course, even though they've got the lead, of course, 21 to 111 at the moment. I said, I tell you what, guys, I said SiN, unbelievable play at the moment. They're taking their angles, they're holding the way things should be held. I think it's just, like I said, a little bit of lack of communication there and stuff and where they're coming and calling the contacts. But as you can see, the AX boys now just holding those angles and not letting these guys out.
But with 15 tickets to 109, they can sit pretty knowing that this is a pretty big uphill battle. What started as just a small little trickle has now become a raging river. And SiN are going to have a very hard time. 12 to 108. If they manage to pull off a win in this map with 11 tickets, SiN, AX just need, every single member just needs to uninstall the game. Because this is just an absolute thrashing right now. But you know what? SiN are going to go out fighting. They're going to go out swinging. They refuse to go out on a triple cap, and you got to pay them respects for that.
Oh, that's for sure, mate. So these SiN boys are hitting hard, hitting fast. I said, and I hope definitely a great opportunity to learn this stuff. And like I said for myself, watching this game today and being invited to watch these matches, firsthand, it's amazing to see how these two formidable teams just move together and gel together as a team.
Absolutely. Well, there it is. The game comes to a little close there on the first map. 107 to 0, taking a look at the scoreboard. PTSD 8 to 13, Q-Shock 15 to 5, Amper 13 to 6, and Onyx 12 to 9. The absolute thorn against AX was Onyx. But we do have Q-Shock, Colonel Sanders, and Amper Vibes with the squad, and we'll be back right after this. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Oceania Esport Network's Battlefield 5 2021 Autumn Cup. This is your Division 1's Game 27, SiN versus AX. My name is Noobalicious. I'm the primary shoutcaster with Mr. Plumbert sitting as the co-pilot. What an absolutely amazing way to start the match. AX coming in with a phenomenal lead there, but SiN held their ground for such a long time, Plumbert. You got to pay respects to that.
Oh, mate, 110%. And the good thing about it as well is the next match we're coming up into now being the old El Marj. I said this is an amazing bloody map, great angles and great bloody long-range shooting and stuff as well. So it'll be great to see how SiN pulls this one off against the formidable AX, of course. I said, but the good thing is we've got beautiful mountain ranges. Sun's nice and high. I believe a nice breeze in the air. So we'll see how these rounds carry through this beautiful sunset environment and go from there.
Absolutely. Well, taking a look just on the outside of Bravo, we've got Ozdasti going in as a one-man army towards B. He's launching rounds, trying to get some kills in there with Q-Shock, Wombat, and Amper Vibes about to start going into the fight. They've let him go rushing in there by himself, and he's about to be towed up, Amper Vibes coming in from the top. But there was an interesting play because it left PTSD with 4 people to go rush Alpha. So it's going to be a 3v2 right now with Slayhands a little bit behind, and it looks like they're a bit more organised this round. They're not taking as many chances, and they're probably playing a bit more tactfully than what we saw in the last game. So, I mean, I've seen SiN go throughout game after game this season, and they've always come out really strong with our Marj. So I think AX might have a little bit to worry in this.
Oh, mate, and that's definitely for sure. So not to mention, I said, looking at the tactical side of things, watching Audacity do the whole lone wolf then down to Abo. I believe that was it. Let's try and throw them off the thing they're attacking that objective-wise. You notice the main force ran straight up the high road towards Alpha.
They did, and PTSD just trying to take a little pot shot there at Q-Shock and managed to go down. Onyx Reaper's by himself, just narrowly avoiding the shots. He is by himself into 3v1. But it looks like Charlie was contested. They've taken that one back, but Onyx still by himself on Alpha. He's going to be joined up by Slatehound now. G-Shock's trying to rinse him from behind, gets the shots in. Slatehound just somehow magically avoided that last kill that could have ended his whole career. Unfortunately, he does go down there to Q-Shock. He was poking his head around for Skygan and didn't see Q-Shock on the bottom, and he just takes down PTSD. And yeah, that's it. AX taken back over to Alpha, but if we move to Bravo, McPamples managing to go through the smoke, but this is the Shoutcaster's curse plum. But the moment you look at someone and say their name, they die. That's just usually how this goes.
I've actually noticed that in past shoutcasting. I've been a victim myself.
I know. I try not to say people's names too much, like, oh, this guy's doing really well, because the next minute they die, and you feel bad, like you're the one who's caused it. But, you know, it almost looked like AX were going in for a triple cap so early into the game. 142 to 130. They are, you know, 40. They are 12 points in the lead, but that is a very small margin considering. But in early on in the game, if they take Charlie right now out of SiN's hands, it could be over, because it's going to be difficult for SiN to get out of that spawn. That is a very difficult position. They really don't want to find themselves in. If we look in the south, McPamples doing what he does best, managing to slip around, but looks like Wombat and Q-Shock are waiting in the wings. Yep, they're going in for that triple cap. They're going right for the throat and trying to kill the, take the head off the beast, the body will die. It's like PTSD's now making a runner, but they're building a bit of a defensive line here and not letting them through.
Yeah, I said as soon as I saw them move into position there, AX is not going to let these guys out easy. I reckon the best thing these SiN boys could do is probably band together and do the old six-man Zerg and get them off that Charlie flag. And of course, Pamples has gone right through for the sneaky flank, right down the far left-hand side towards Bravo. He's taken right out a scenic tour out in the desert.
He's going along, managing to just get behind that little tiny dune there, but Q Wombat and Amper are going to chase him. And what a champion. He tried his best to get around, but they know his tactics far too well, and they know that he's going to try and flank it.
Pamples, you're a soldier after my own heart, mate. I'd do the exact same thing and find that flank and get behind them and use myself as a spawn beacon and get those boys ahead.
You know what? It would have been a good movement for Pamples to do that, bring them down and try and distract them in the south while they go up to the Charlie and try and take it from there. Because there was only Amper Vibes protecting it, but now that Pamples went down, Q Wombat and Q Shot managed to move back up. Ozdasti is on the flag. We do have him taking down Wombat there. Pamples right on his 6. Slatehound now joining, and they've got the chance to flip Charlie. This rarely happens where you get a team that can manage to get out of a spawn trap that efficiently. That was quick. That was incredibly quick to get out of that.
Oh, definitely. I said, not trust me, I've never seen turnaround so quick and getting that flag back. And of course, going for the 4-man Zerg, of course, strap on that high road towards the Alpha objective. I said, all smoked up there in that Audacity. Audacity gets taken down by Skygan, of course. And Pamples once again on the sneaky flank through the rubbles. Getting that angle, of course. Hopefully he can take down Quiver from the distance. That'll be amazing and a good shot to see, actually.
You know what, I was going to say he'd be better off being a medic to use the smoke, but he's doing fine just as an assault. Taking down Quiver there, beautifully executed. Q-Shock doesn't know where he is. He's throwing in all the incendiary grenades. He's, you know, he's playing this very well. He's being very tactful the way that he goes. He doesn't want to give his position away. He likes to, you know, I can see Pamples being that kind of person that when given the opportunity in a single player game, to go either full attack, like full Rambo or sneak, he's the one that goes from barrel to barrel because he doesn't want to get spotted. Like, he's got that way about him.
Oh, definitely. Oh, and back then on the Charlie flag was objective there, had Wombat toe-to-toe with PTSD, and that then, of course, going straight in for the revive there in Amsterdam. So they've ended up taking this spawn trap back and putting that pressure back on SiN. As let's hopefully we can see if these boys can get back out again. Of course, Pamples straight away, far flank on the left. He's been dropped by Wombat. I said nothing more than Pamples, mate, running in there like the old lone wolf Chuck Norris himself, but this time, of course, he didn't get through.
Well, Slate manages to take down Wombat. Now it's going to become Slate versus Skygan. Skygan taking the win. AX are just positioning themselves really well. They know the way that SiN play. They know the way they're going to peak those angles. They're making sure that every single rotation cannot be held. Amper Vibes going down here. The SiN have got the opportunity. PTSD needs to rush in and try and take the flag. Pamples now coming in from the north as well. Q-Shock, he's going to be taken down with Skygan and Wombat racing in from the back. PTSD had that opportunity but didn't take it. They need to try and claim one flag at least. Wombat getting nailed from PTSD. Amper Vibes get put into a nice little pinch there into the sandwich. And Charlie Objective will start to flip. You know what? They might go out with a loss here, but at least they go out as champions, not getting done on a triple cap, and you got to pay respects to that.
Oh, mate, amazing. Not to mention just watching Reaper then smash through the smoke like some sort of sneaky ninja. That was great to see. I said, but no, I say well done to these SiN boys. Such a tough bloody game to play, especially with the Division 1. I said, and the fact is that you're right, mate. Not getting stuck in that triple cap, taking that back, and once again, they took back that Charlie flag quickly. It was actually, yeah, amazing gameplay for the SiN boys today. And of course, once again, PTSD and Pandas. Pandas already snuck right through past the Charlie flag and in a bit of a one-on-one battle with Q-Shock there on the Rubbles in the church.
And there it is. Hey, down. They just nailed all those guys. And with those 3 tickets going in the way, lost Slayhan, lost Ozassi, and that will be it. 128-0. AX taking the lead and taking the win for game 27. With Amper Vibes 10-5, Q Wombat 8-2, Ozassi 10-10, and Onyx 2-8. What a well-played game. AX coming out with a win with Q-Shock, Q Wombat, and Amper Vibes with the squad. We'll be back right after this. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Map 3. My name is Nubalicious for the Oceania Esport Network. Battlefield 5 2021 Autumn Cup. This is your Division 1's Game 27, SiN vs AX. All happy days to AX, taking the win there with a phenomenal lead in the second map. First map doing well, but SiN, out of nowhere, showing everyone that they are a force to be reckoned with. They might have taken the loss, but they managed to break out of what many people have failed to do, Plumber. And those spawn traps are difficult, but they managed to get out of it every single time and in record time as well. You got to pay respects to that.
Oh, big time, mate. So I wish I'd sat there with the actual stopwatch to see how quick those guys got out, because it's actually the quickest I've ever seen in any of the Battlefield matches so far. There's actually one thing I do enjoy doing, of course, with my lifestyle working away all the time, is that I love getting back to watch all the Twitch streams and stuff that I've missed out on and see how all these top players and top teams actually work together and see how they roll. I said, and I'll tell you what, here on the Lofton Islands, which is certainly not one of my favourite maps, because I've learned with Lofton, mate, best thing to do is hide in the corner and don't let them see you cry, because the amount of time someone's bathed themselves in my tears on this map has been unbelievable. I said, of course, a lot of heat here on the Bravo objective. I said, SiN hitting hard. Reaper and PTSD there, taking out Q-Shock and Amper. This is amazing to see. About Wombat coming down the low side there with the sneaky sneak. Let's see if these boys can pick it up and hold this Bravo objective, because this will certainly be it's a hard one to hold with the amount of angles. But well, straight up there, guys. SiN, well done. PTSD, Pamples, and Audacity taking Bravo for the cap and the win.
Absolutely, and you know what they've managed to take the 2 cap early in the game, and a lot of the times the people who win the game are the ones who take the 2 caps early on. You might see SiN here take a win, but you know what? I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Why does everyone hate this building? Before the map even started, the shots were going out. Like, there is no way anyone was in that building before they fired the rounds. And every time that building is under siege, that's had more paint put on it than Bunnings Warehouse sells in a week. It is ridiculous how much that building gets attacked, the same as the ones on Marita. But, you know, it's I know it's for the cover, but, my God, they just absolutely, like, these players must just hate. Yeah, they hate the Norwegian architecture. It's something about it. It smells like red herring. I don't know. But, yeah, it's funny to watch, you know, how these players just like to revolutionize the buildings. And, we've got Quiver holding up on Alpha here, slowly clicking it down as the rest of the AX crew start to push Bravo, and with Charlie falling into their hands, they're going in for a triple cap straight for the throat, and that is Now, we're only 3 minutes into the game, but they're already pushing for a triple cap.
Oh, it's amazing to see the Ags boys when it hit hard and when it hit hard fast. And as you said, mate, the giant red house in the Bravo objective, no one likes it. Too many corners, too many hidey holes in there. So most people find it. There we are. Take that building down. Take away those hidey holes and those corners. So the best thing to do on this map is basically target that building regardless of anyone. Annihilate it, destroy it. Fend off that bloody bill, of course, straight up to the Bunnings warehouse. It keeps the people employed and happy. Got to keep those sausage snags coming out. So as you can see, I said Slate Hound sliding in there, but of course, well done, Slate. He's trying to get around the corner there. Got Q-Shock and Amber Vibes going for the pinch, but unfortunately Q-Shock got that one in too quick on him. I said, well done there, SiN boys. I said, keeping that pressure on. It looks like we've got a bit of action there on the solos and the Charlie flag.
Absolutely. Well, we got Pamples coming in from the south. He's going after Q-Shock. Q-Shock managing to survive, but Onyx right on top of him. Q-Shock's still alive. He's going to need to buy a lotto ticket after this round because the amount of shots that are coming through. Pamples is trying to pick up that angle and just deciding to leave that one alone. He's going for the south. He likes to go in for those southern flanks. Q-Shock is waiting very desperately for the shot. Goes in, missing every single one of those rounds, but now Pamples knows that he's under fire with Wombat coming in as well. That Bravo flag will be a little bit in a pinch. Onyx coming in behind, but if we go take a look at Alpha, it looks like Dusty with PTSD managed to sneak in through. Slate Hound now spawning on the back. PTSD and Quiver trading shots, trading places. Fantastic movie there. And Skygan now going in, taken down by Dusty, and the SiN boys are starting to pull this back. 126 to 135. We're only 9 tickets difference. AX do have the dual caps, but SiN have been, their rotations on this map are actually probably the better ones that we've seen. They had their little fault bit on the first map, but their rotations now seem to be a lot better. Lofton Island might be actually a good map for them.
Yeah, and watching what I've seen so far and the way they're pushing hard and the way they're doing, the use of smoke that they've been doing as well, you can see the SiN boys, this is definitely one of their, Lofton Islands is definitely one of their stronger maps, and you can see their training and everything has always paid off, of course. Oh, we got, poor Slate Hound getting pinched by Skog and Quiver there on the Charlie objective. So of course, we've looking overhead, of course, we've got a bit of pushing now. We've got PTSD, Audacity, and by looks of it, Reaper pushing to the Alpha objective. Let's see if they can actually get this back and get them once again record time out of this trip cap.
Absolutely, and look, this is probably one of the harder sides of Lofton Islands. Usually the teams that get spawn trapped on the western side do get copped the short end of the stick. But Pample's just in the smoke, just outside of the flag. He is going to be nailed there from the top of Pride Rock. Q-Shock and Wombat both going hard. Onyx underneath the rafters does get a nice little kill there on Sky and Slate Hand taken down. And it is just a bloodbath. Pample's being picked up, but it looks like Slate Hand was taken down by Q Wombat. Big Pample's down as well. Amber Vibes going in for the revive there on Skygan, and once again, Alpha flag falling. That is going to be a triple cap at 93 to 132. These tickets are falling hard, and SiN needs to make some hell of a push, probably towards Bravo, as Wombat's the only one defending. That is going to be their best opportunity to take a flag back and stop this countdown.
Oh, definitely, mate. I said, and not to mention, bang, straight away. I said they're smoking everything up, and you can see the AX guys are just sitting there, setting up the defensive line once again. I'm just hoping these SiN guys can push through, get that stop that trip cap, or at least flank through the Bravo. And of course, here we are. Pample's done the
Pample's making a run. Dusty right on his 6. Right on his 6. Dusty keeping him alive. Pample's racing straight through Bravo. If they want to give a good shot of it, Pamples could make an absolute gunshot towards the Charlie flag. Leave Dusty to defend it. Wombat's going through the back of the house. Underneath the rafters, who do we have but Reaper going up, taking down Amplified's Q. Wombat's by himself, takes down Onyx, and a beautiful headshot there, but he is heavily outnumbered on this flag. And McPamples from the top of the rafters, to give him a second to really think about how bad of a situation he was in, because I just saw Pamples staring at him like, boy, you walked into the wrong neighborhood. So Pample's taking the Bravo flag. Alpha now going into the house. It looks like SiN have tried making an absolute massive comeback here. And out of nowhere from a triple cap, not only have they got one flag, they managed to take 2 down here.
Oh, this is unbelievable gameplay watching this there, Noobs. So I tell you what, I was sitting there timing on my hands to see how quick it would take these boys to take that flag back. But I tell you what, I was not expecting them to turn around and flank that hard, take the Bravo and the Alpha objective back. So well done to SiN. And of course, you can see Pamples, once again, the ninja that this boy is, using himself as a spawn beacon. You got Pamples Audacity heading straight into Charlie objective on the silos around the back from their spawn and straight in. I said, hey, you never know. You might see these SiN boys getting a triple cap on AX for a change. And let's see these AX boys, how trip cap actually hurts them. So no, well done to the SiN boys, mate. Unbelievable gameplay.
One step forward, one step back. They've gained Charlie, but they lost Bravo. They let Q Wombat, Amper, and Q Shock bomb into it and managed to go that 3. The more people you got on the flag, the quicker it goes. And they played that and timed that really well. Q Shock taken down by Wombat through the top of the old plywood fence there, but Onyx taking down Amper. Charlie still heavily defended. Q Wombat is a absolute beast though, and you do not want to be caught out in his wrath. Ozdacity and Q Wombat are playing little tippy toes here. There he goes, getting nailed. Ozdacity's got that perfect little shot. The Bravo flag starting to fall. They are getting Alpha, and this could be putting a triple cap right on top of them. But I do believe Charlie is the home flag to AX, so leaving that one undefended with Ozdacity running off towards Alpha, that is not going to be working in their favour if they decide to spawn in on the back. Onyx taken down there by Amplifiers. Q Wombat right behind. McPample's still alive, taking a little bit of a time to take a chill, have a Tim Tam, relax. He's looking through the doorway, goes in, nice shot to Amplifiers. Bravo flag still being held, technically speaking. If they can put Alpha right now, Plunder, it will be a technical triple, and there it is. They technically have a triple for probably the next 5 seconds.
Well done. I called it. I played it. Should have got myself a lottery ticket. Well done to SiN getting that trip cap on, and regardless was for 1 second or 20 seconds, mate, or for 5 minutes. It's made an unbelievable achievement to do to get that trip cap. I said, of course, good to beat ahead now. Here's Slatehound turned around head to head with Amber. But unfortunately, Wombat had the angle on there and pinched him. And mind you, Audacity straight in there. Dams again to PTSD. Let's see if we can actually get this angle on Wombat, and let's get this Bravo flag back for SiN. Wombat, of course, got the better aim there and took down PTSD like it was no tomorrow.
It was. Ozdacity had the nice little angle there on Q Wombat, but did get a couple of shots in, but not enough to kill him. The lumber from your local Bunnings warehouse managing to save him, but he was taken down. Looks like there was a trade-off here between Q-Shock dropping Pamples, Ozdacity taking down Q-Shock, so he's a little bit beside himself. Then Ozdacity taking down Wombat as well. They're flipping Bravo. This is going to be the second triple cap they're throwing onto AX this game. This should have been map 2, Plummet. We could have possibly got into a tiebreaker if this had been their map 2 choice. And I think they'll be learning a lot from this game to pick this one instead of being afraid of it.
Oh, exactly. And AX, I think, have realised now. I said, no, this is definitely one of SiN's strong points. This map is certainly one of my weakest. I said, the AX boys hitting hard in those first 2 maps. It shows you how SiN works together. And they've brought this back again, once again, twice now in for a triple cap and in record time by SiN. I mean, the ticket's 46 to 70. It's still technically, as far as I'm concerned, anyone's game with the point lead in front by AX. I said, but yeah, well done to these SiN boys, mate. I said, 2 triple caps. They've taken back 2 spawn locks, straight up. I'm actually gobsmacked in the gameplay that's here today by these boys. It's well done, well played.
Absolutely, and look, SiN are doing better this round than they've done in the last 2 rounds. We've seen AX going into triple digits on all their games. To go down to 69, Quagmire's favourite number. It looks like AX are now starting to get their groove back on. They've taken Charlie, they've taken Bravo, they're pushing back on SiN, but SiN did. They lost minimal tickets to drag them back. If we can see them do that just one more time, lock it down, lock the map, lock the rotations, we could get a win here. But they're starting to, I think complacency was getting a little bit on top of them. AX started to spread the herd thin. You see Pamples and Reaper both taken down there. Alpha objective now being overrun by Q-Shock. Amp still there taking the flag. He takes down Ozdaciity, and this is going to be a triple cap. With 26 points, that triple cap is going to be detrimental to the team, but Amper's now being taken down as well, but Slatehound goes down, Q-Shock right on top, and yeah, it could be game, set, and match here.
Oh, that's for sure. And of course, watching this brilliant use of smoke by the boys from SiN. I got Rollo Reaper lone wolfing straight himself head to head with Quiver. Well done. He takes him down. Of course, if you look down into the Bravo objective as well, I said Pample's tried going for that sneaky flank again, but unfortunately got taken out by 3v1 there. I said, however, we've got Reaper on the Alpha objective. He's gone to himself unopposed. He's in there getting that cat back, of course. And once again, SiN boys getting himself out of this spawn trap. Mind you, I would have probably spoken too soon. I said, but once again, well done to these SiN boys. AX, of course, is a formidable team. They're a tough team. And as you can see, the AX boys now just holding up the defensive line.
And there it is, 0 to 66. Well played, but Dusty 15 14, PTSD 8 to 13, Wombat 24 to 7, and Q-Shock 15 to 7. What an absolute phenomenal play coming in from AX. And we have Q-Shock, Colonel Sanders, and Amper Vibes once again with the squad. And that was well played there at the last minute at Lofton Island. Unfortunately, I do think panic came and set in. We did see some complacency, and once they started spreading their numbers around, they were just getting picked off. They were running in as groups of 2 up against 3 or 4. AX took the opportunity and the confusion to just start nailing. They started to back cap, and it was all just over from there. But so what do you think so far of your first shoutcasting match here, Plumbert?
Oh, I'm not going to lie, very nervous to start, but certainly, mate, I'm actually honoured to get involved in stuff and be involved in that on behalf, yourself and, of course, the Oceania Esports Network. I said it's been actually a great opportunity, mate. I said not to mention to be part of everything rather than just sort of streaming into the Twitch to be a part of the gameplay and spectate and actually see those angles and see how these guys hold their defensive line when they push, of course. And unfortunately, at the very end of that match with the SiN boys, you said you're right, that complacency sort of sit in and, it's a bit hard to, lone wolfing or pairs of 2 to take on these formidable players and stuff when they set that defensive line up. It's generally better to hit harder and hit fast. But like I want to say, yeah, really appreciate the opportunity to jump on board and stuff, and hopefully I haven't embarrassed you too much.
No, you've been fine. It was a pleasure to have you, and I thank you for coming on board and being a co-shoutcaster today. Well, my name's been Evolicious. Thank you all for joining us today for the Oceania Esports Network's Battlefield 5 2021 Autumn Cup Division 1's game at 27. Well done once again to AX with SiN. Not coming out on top, but with some absolute hell of a gameplay. We will be back tomorrow morning, I should say midday for Australian Eastern Standard Time, where we will see VC taking on DWE in game 28. For those who are around, my name's Delicious. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you all next time. That's where you sign off.
Excellent, guys, and of course, thanks there, News. And of course, guys, thank you very much for being a part of this amazing thing. Plumbutt here, guys, gives us a shout out. More than happy to help in any way I can. This has been a great opportunity, and once again, I said I'll be hopefully tuning in for tomorrow's match with DWE and that. We'll see how these guys go toe to toe, and the rest of our competition we have for the Autumn Cup. Thanks, Noobs.
Jesus, I gave you a time to shout out, not to give yourself plug an audience. Jesus Christ. All right, cheers, guys.